Today I am returning into Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit, and today I am going to play scenario Purple Heart Lane, a scenario showing one of the most famous episodes of the Normandy campaign, which was the Battle of Carentan. Not so long ago I played another tactical scale game about this battle, which was Carentan, released in the Great Battles of Small Units system, and today I am going to play this scenario in the Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit. This scenario comes from the Multiman publishing site. You can download it by your own, and this is a part of the scenarios pack for the Advanced Squad Leader Starter Kit. I think this is a very good thing because you can get a couple of cool and pretty easy scenarios just for free. And what is special about this scenario? This scenario introduces a situation where you get actually a bit different terrain on the map than you have printed on your board. So, according to the special scenario rules, all grain hexes are flooded. So I marked them with these level 1 counters, and these hexes are prohibited to enter. You cannot enter these hexes by any means. They are no obstacles at all. And you cannot place smoke on these hexes. Next thing, the CC6 wood mass is considered open ground. Ignore the wood illustrations. So, all these woods, I marked them with level 3 counter just to remember about it, are just a clear terrain without any woods on them. And now about our forces. Well, this is one of these scenarios with I think the smallest forces used in the Advanced Squad Leader. I don't know if it is the smallest of all of them, but definitely one of the smaller ones. At the beginning of the game, a German player has only 2 half squads, armed with 2 light machine guns and 2 commanders. American player has only 2 squads and 1 commander. Not much of them, yeah. There are some reinforcements coming right into turn 1. As for Germans, these are 4 airborne squads, along with 2 commanders, 1 light machine gun and demolition charges. As for Americans, we get 5 squads, and oh sorry, I took a wrong counter here, because this should be 747. There are 5 squads and 3 commanders. So you can see both sides have a couple of commanders. American commanders are slightly better. There is this also -2 and 2 -1, while Germans have only 1 -1 and the other are zeros. And as for the victory conditions, Americans are coming from this area, and their goal is to capture at last 6 buildings south from the hex row Z. Since north is here, so here is the hex row Z, so we have to capture at last 6 buildings south of this hex row. So any of these buildings count as victory hex. The board is limited. We are only playing from hex row L to hex row CC. No, all the other parts of the boards are not used. And there is one more important rule about this scenario. This one is written in the special scenario rules, and beginning on turn 4, German units may exit the map along with south, east, west board edges from Q10, Q1 during movement phase, advance phase. So, Germans might exit the board from Q1 and Q10, and for any of German multi-man counter which exits the map, increase the number of buildings needed by 1. So the more German units are leaving the board, the more buildings American player has to capture. So this is a bit hazardous scenario for both sides, especially for Germans, since they might try to evacuate a lot of their units, hoping that even the smaller number of them will be able to stop American advance. Or, on contrary, they might try to keep all of their units on the board, hoping that the American player won't be able to capture enough buildings to even gain his normal victory conditions. Well, the choice is yours. Here you can see a setup. As for Americans, the starting hexes are fixed. So this squad and this commander starts on Z7 and this squad starts with CC7. As for Germans, well, they have some freedom of setup. They can set up their units between hex row X and S, but there is a limit of only one LMG on the one hex. So I decided to place one of my LMG with half squad and commander here, so they will cover all this area. This LMG has 8 hexes range, so this is pretty big. And this one here to protect these buildings. I think this could be enough. And right on the turn 1 we got reinforcements for both sides, so these units won't be lonely for a long time. Okay, that's all for the beginning. This scenario takes 6 turns. I wonder how long it will take me because there is a lot of clear terrain. We have to remember that this grain is not existing in this scenario. So this can be quite a deadly thing for Americans to advance in the open ground under the fire of German light machine guns. At last, none of German units have medium or heavy machine guns after all. Okay, let's start our game. We are starting with turn 1 and Americans are first to go, so let's go. Rally phase, well, nothing to do in the rally phase. Next we have prep fire phase, and I don't have much options to fire with my Americans because, well, they might try to fire here, but it would be impossible shot. +3 because of the stone building, +1 because of the hindrance, no chance. Okay, so I will go into the movement phase. I will start with them. They are moving onto this hex, and this is their normal movement. So Germans are trying to fire onto them from this hex. Germans have 3 because of the light machine gun, 2 because of the half squad, so they have 5, and Americans are not using an assault movement ability, so they have there is -1, but there is no -1 because of the enemy moving in the open ground, because Americans are actually in the open ground, but there is hindrance on the way. So this is 5, so it's a column of 4 and -1. So let's make a roll. This is 9. Oh, sorry, I should place my dice tray. So this is 9 -1, it is 8. So this is a miss. We have no rate of fire. So let's mark Germans with first fire. And let's play a residual fire of 1 here. Okay, Americans are continuing their movement, so they move here, and now Germans are trying to stop them again. This time they can only fire with their squad, so this is 2. It is halved because this is their subsequent fire phase, subsequent defensive fire, and it is rounded. It is doubled because they are firing on the adjacent hex, so it's 2. And again it is -1 because of the enemy not using assault movement. So it's 2 and +1, sorry, and -1, 8. 8 -1 is 7, 7 in the column of 2 is a miss, so Germans missed their targets, Americans are fine, good. Now I'm moving this squad, 1, 2, 3, and now these Germans are firing onto them. They have 3 and their squad has 2, but its range is 3 and extended range is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they are in the range, so it is 5, so we will use column of 4, and -2 because enemy in the open ground and enemy not using assault movement. So it is 4 -2, this can be dangerous. 7. And we got a rate of fire for our machine gun. This is important to remember about, so let's mark unit, but not machine gun with first fire. And now we have 7, -2 is 5, 5 in the column of 4 is 1 MC. So it is morale check with +1. 6 plus 1 is 7. So Americans are pinned. Okay, at last they are not broken. They cannot move anymore, but I don't think it's bad. It could be much worse. Okay, that's all for American units that started their movement onto the board, and now I can move more Americans that are entering the board. So I will start with these two squads with their 9-2 commander, so they are moving like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next, I will move 2 more squads with -1 commander, and they are moving like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now these Germans are firing onto them again. They still have this light machine gun in effect, so they have -1 and 3. So it's 4 and -2. Same situation as before. It is 4 with -2 and 7, so it's 5. I think this is the same roll as we get before, but this time we get 5, so no rate of fire. And 5 -2, sorry, it's 7 -2 is 5. 5 in the column of 4 is 1 MC. So, American commander, 7, he's fine. Now, first squad, 10, they are broken. And the second squad, 9, they are broken. Oh, hell. I hope they will do. But looks like Germans finally scored some hits. So no, they are all, these two squads are broken. Okay, I have one more squad with one more commander to go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And entering this hex could be risky because of this -1, of this residual fire of 1. So I will go here instead. Okay, that's all when it comes to the American movement. I think I made a mistake here. I should use my double time. It would allow me to move faster. And I think I forgot about placing a residual fire on this hex. Yes, I definitely forgot about it. That was my mistake, because this squad was hit first, so there should be a residual fire of 2, and then if this stack would enter this hex, first they have to undergo this residual fire and then a fire from this unit. Okay, that was my mistake, sorry for that. And that's all for American movement stuff. So let's remove residual fire markers, and now we are moving into the defensive fire. Well, both German units are marked with final fire, so they cannot fire anymore. Let's get rid of this and go into the advancing fire phase. Okay, I will start with these two squads. They have 7, so I have to halve it. So it is 3.5, and now because they have assault fire ability, I have to add +1, so it's 4.5, and now I have to round it up to the first full number, so it would be 5. So I have 2 5s here, so it's 10, and I am firing onto these Germans. So I have 10. +3 because of stone building, and -2 because of the commander. So it's 3, so it's column of 10, sorry, it's column of 8 and +1. Let's make a roll. 7. We got 7 +1, so it's 8. So we made it. It is normal morale check for Germans. First for the commander, 8. He failed, he is broken, and now for his men, 4, they are alright. Okay, so commander is broken, men are fine. These Americans are marked with prep fire, and now this squad is going to fire as well. They have 7, so they have 4.5, and they are firing on the adjacent hex. So they have 10, so they have 8. I mean, they use column of 8, and plus 3 because of the stone building, so it will be harder. 7 plus 3, it is a miss. So let's mark them. And now them. They have 5 only, so it is 5, so it's column of 4, plus 3 and minus 1. So it is 4 plus 2, 8. Sorry, 5 plus 2 is 7. 7, it is pin test check. So I don't have to roll for the commander, who is already broken, but I have to roll for the squad. They are alright. So that's all for the advancing fire. Now, road phase. These Americans here are routing, along with their commander. He will try to rally them. Next we have advance phase. These Americans are entering this hex. This is going to be close combat. They are entering this hex, and they are entering this hex. They cannot enter because they are pinned, and now we have to resolve our first close combat. First I need to make a roll for an ambush. So, red die for Germans, 5, 3, and we have no modifiers, I believe. No commanders, this commander has 0, so no modifiers. So yes, we made it. No ambush. And now we have to calculate our strength. So Americans have 7, and commander provides plus 1, so there is 8. And Germans have 2, and this commander is broken, so he provides no strength, I believe. I have to check to make sure. Well, according to the rules, he has to be involved in this combat if he defends. He don't have to if he's not attacking, but if Germans are defending, they have to count him in, and because of that they will have negative -2 modifier. So first, Americans are attacking. They are attacking the entire German squad, so they have 7 against 3, so it's 2 to 1. And there is -2 because there is a broken unit among Germans. So this is 2 to 1 and -2. 3. Ha! Impressive. They managed to own Germans, but now Germans might still perform their counterattack. They are using this squad only. They are not going to use the commander because it would be negative. Oh no, no. There is only a broken unit provides -1 only if attacked, not if it is attacking. So it is. Well, one more thing to check. Yeah, I knew I screwed something. Broken units cannot attack; they can only defend. So I have to attack with my squad against Americans. So I have 3 against 7, so it's 1 to 3. There is no such column, so I have to use 1 to 4. So I have used 1 to 4, and I need to roll 3 or less to score a hit. 9, a miss. So Americans owned Germans completely. All the German units are eliminated. Commander is gone, house squad is gone. And that's all for this close combat phase. Now I can remove this pin marker, and that's all for this turn. And we are moving into the for American part of the turn. We are moving into the German part. First, rally phase. I can rally these 2 broken squads here. I have a commander, and they are in the stone building, so it's -2. but it's still this nasty +4. 8. So the first squad remains broken, and the second 9. Well, they are both broken. All I can do is to remove this desperation morale marker. So that's all for the rally phase. And now Germans. They can prep fire if they want to. Well, firing here onto this building would be pointless. Oh, I forgot. I can still try to recover this weapon, since it is on the same hex, I believe, right? Yes. I need to make a roll. 3, yes. I can take this light machine gun. It is nice, +3. Okay, so now Germans are trying to hit. Who they are going to hit? They can try to score a hit on here, but this is stone building, so chance is pretty small. They are in the open ground, so they are probably the best target. So they are firing with 4. Nope. Nope, they missed. And that's all for German prep fire phase. And next we are moving into the German movement phase with German reinforcements on the way. We have 4 German squads, 2 commanders, light machine gun and demolition charge. So let's see how if they can change the situation on the battlefield, because so far Americans are doing well. So, Germans have to think about their plan. All these buildings are probably lost. I don't think Germans will have a chance to get them back, but there's only 3 of them, and the Americans have to control 6. Or maybe more if I will try to retreat some of the German units. So, my goal is to size all these buildings. Maybe this would be good, but I think this can be hard. And hoping that this unit will stand here for longer. Okay, so I will start with this stack. Squad, light machine gun and commander. They will go from this hex, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No one can see them, so that's good. Next squad, along with commander and demolition charge, will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I will do something risky. I will go with this squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and now any American unit can see me. Nope. Okay, it was 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are moving down the road. 5, and I decide to use my double time to move on this hex only, so I need to mark them with with CX marker. Now, where do I have any? Yeah, it is here. And now, when they are on this hex, I think that someone can see them actually, or not? Well, no. If I would have American unit on this hex, I would be able to hit them. But no. Okay, that was good. That was pretty good. And now my last unit is entering from this hex, and they will try to reach this building. So 1, 2. Are these Americans can fire on them? This could be interesting. Well, I will try. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I cannot hit them with my unit because they have a range of 4, so this is even below their extended range. But I can fire with this light machine gun, since it has. Sorry, no, I cannot. I can. It has 8, and I am firing on the range of 9. So I will fire with range of 1. Sorry, I will fire with strength of 1, with +1, +2. Almost impossible shot, but let's try. I have 1 with +2. 11. Okay. We failed, and this light machine gun breaks. and because it was a captured weapon, it has its breakdown number lowered by 2, and it cannot be repaired. So we failed, and now Germans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's all for the German movement phase. Yes, now we have American defensive fire phase. I have no option to fire against any German unit. Well, here. Can they see these Germans? Let me check. Well, I think yes. I might try to remove units to make it clear. Well, I think yes. There is no obstacles or hindrance on the way, so I can fire on them. So what do I have here? I have these two units with a strength of 7, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 range. So I'm firing with my strength halved. So each of them has 3.5, so it's totally of 7. So I will use column of 6. Plus 3 because of stone building, minus 2 because of the commander, so it is 6 and plus 1. It is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 in the column of 6 is normal morale check. So let's make a roll. First for the commander, 8. It was 7 in the column of 6, it is normal morale check. So he is pinned. And for his men, 4, they are alright. So that's the defensive fire for these Americans. And well, they might try to fire as well again. They might try to fire as well. They have 7, so it is 6. But there is plus 3, so it's 6 plus 3. Okay, we have a commander, so we don't have to we don't care about covering. So we have 5. 5 in the column of 6, it is 1 MC. So first for the commander, he made it, and for his men, they are broken. Okay, so that wasn't bad. This squad is broken. This commander is pinned. Oh, sorry. This should be like that. Okay, and anyone else wants to fire? Nope. So that's all for the defensive fire. Next we have advancing fire, and Germans don't have an opportunity to perform any advancing fire. So I can remove this prep fire marker. Road phase. Anyone wants to road? Nope, I don't think so. And advance phase. Now, Germans are advancing. They are going into this building. They are moving here. They are moving there. And they are going here. Okay, and close combat. No close combat, so we can remove pin marker. Okay, that's all for the Germans in the turn 1. So we are moving into turn 2. We are starting with rally phase, and now I'm going to try to rally these two squads with this commander. First squad, I have 9, minus 2 is 7, so they are rallied. And the other squad, oh, they are not. So I only managed to rally one squad, and now here Germans are trying to rally this half squad with 7 and plus 4 and minus 1. Oh, nope, they failed. So I can only remove desperation morale marker, and that's all when it comes to the rally phase. Next we have American prep fire phase. Do I want to prep fire, or do I rather want to move? I think Americans need to move because they want to capture more buildings. So yes, I will rather stand. I will not fire, but I will I will move. So let's go into the movement phase. Okay, I will start here, and this squad goes 1, 2, and now these Germans are firing onto them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have to use their extended range, so they have 2.5, so it's 2. 2 minus 2. Let's try. It is 9, so they failed. Let's mark them. First fire and 1. Americans are moving here, and now they are going to fire onto them. So they have 8. Sorry, first I need to check for the range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no, they have 2.5 and 3. So it's 5.5. So it's 4. It is 4, and now we have -1 because of the commander, -1 because of non-assault of the movement, and +1 because of the hindrance. So it is 4 plus 1. Sorry, 4 minus 1. Oh, hell. Oh, sorry, you cannot see this, but you can see this was extremely unlucky roll for Germans. It is 12. So they missed, their machine gun is broken. I will place it like that to remember about breaking this machine gun, because I noticed that sometimes I forget about broken weapons. And first fire, and now we have 1. Okay, that was bad. And now Americans are moving here. Oh no, sorry. They are not moving anywhere. They are just staying onto this hex. That's all for them. Now these German-American 2 squads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyone wants to fire at them. Only this squad may fire on them. But you can see it has CX. The question is if it wants to fire onto them, or rather wait for some better target trying to sneak closer into them. Well, these Americans are trying. They move here, and that's when these Germans are firing at them. Of course, this means that they have their firepower halved, but as long as they are in the clear terrain, they are much better target than the unit in the building. So they are firing with 2, and they have -1 because of the enemy in the open ground, -1 because of the enemy using non-assault movement, and +1 because they are CX. So it is 2 minus 1. Another unlucky roll for Germans. It is 7. -1 is 6. So it's 6 in the column of 2. It is just pin test check. So let's make a roll for commander. 10. He is pinned actually. And now for his troops. Oh, let's re-roll. 5. They are fine. So Germans are first fire, and we have a residual fire of 1. And now commander has to stay here, but squad goes here. This is going to be their. They were here, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all. And now these dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they can enter this hex, but there is a residual fire, and they would rather avoid this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let them stay onto this hex. And this commander stays here to rally this broken squad, and this squad leaves this hex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all for American movement. We can remove residuals. And next we have German defensive fire phase. Well, they cannot see anyone. They are already first fired, and they are broken. Oh, I should mark them with Desperation Morale because they are on the hex adjacent to the enemy unit. They are first fired as well, so no German fire. And since it was no fire, we have advancing fire phase next. So I will try to fire here. I have 4.5. It is doubled because I'm firing onto adjacent hex, so it's 8. And 8 plus 3. So it's column of 8 with plus 3. Miss. I rarely hit with advancing fire. Next, here. I have 2 4.5s, sorry, two 5s, so it is 10. So it's column of 8, minus 2 and plus 3. So it's 8 plus 1. It is 7, plus 1, it is 8, so it is normal morale check for Germans. They made it. Any other? Well, let them try. They have 2 5s, so it's 10 plus 3. So the column of 8 plus 3. Okay, it is 7, so it is 1 MC. First, for the commander, he failed completely and he's wounded because I rolled 12. And now for his men, 11. So this means that they are obliterated because they are half squad. So this means that they are eliminated. And since commander is wounded, I have to roll for severity of his wound. Okay, he is alive. But he is wounded and broken. Okay, and that's all for the advancing fire. And next we have a road phase. Okay, this commander has to road. He's wounded. So 1, and he is in the enemy line of sight, so this is interdiction roll. 7, he's fine. Now he goes here, another interdiction roll. 8, and his morale is -1, so it is 8, it is 7. So he's reduced, so he's eliminated as well. Okay, no more, no more routing, so advance. Americans are advancing onto this hex. These Americans are advancing here. And that's all for advance. Next we have close combat, no close combat, so we can remove pin marker. Okay, that's all for Americans in the turn 2. We are going into Germans. First, rally phase. Let's see if they can finally rally this last broken unit here. 3, yeah, they made it. And now let's see if they can repair this light machine gun. 4, they failed. Okay, that's all for rally phase. And next we have a prep fire phase. So do Germans want any prep fire? I will start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is my extended range. So I'm firing with 2 plus 1 because of the hindrance. So it's 2 plus 1. 6, and also this is covering. So I'm using a column of 1 with 7. This is a miss. Now, any other... they still have this damn double time marker, but they will try... Oh, I forgot to move this... Yeah, sorry, no, he was pinned, so I couldn't move them. So they are going to try to hit him again. They have 2 and no modifiers. No, good roll. 5 in the column of 2 is normal morale check. So let's try to make this check for this commander. 7, he made it. He's alright. So that's pin. Oh, and there should be +1 because of the counter unit exhaust. So it was 6. It was pin test check. Even so, he made it. Okay, so that's all for German prep fire phase, and next we have German movement phase. Do I want to move with Germans? I don't think so. Not now. I'm removing this double time marker, and now I'm moving right into the American defensive fire phase. You may ask why I'm not moving. Because entering these buildings might provoke Americans to fire at me. So I would wait to occupy these buildings till the German advance phase. So these Americans are firing here. They have 14 minus 3 plus 2. So it's a column of 12 and plus 1. 8. 8 in the column of 12. It is normal morale check. No, it is 1 MC. So it's morale check plus 1. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So Germans are fine. Next I will try to hit them here. I have... Oh, I forgot to take this weapon. Okay, I forgot, so I don't have it. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 3.5. So my firepower is going to be 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3, it is 11. It is a miss as well. So no defensive fire for Americans. I don't have any American units that might do any successful defensive fire. Well, as for them, well, not much. So that's all for the American defensive fire phase. Okay, so we can remove these markers. Oh, sorry. And these markers as well, since there is no German prep fire. Sorry, German advancing fire. And now we have a road phase, and anyone's going to road? I believe no one. So we have German advance phase, and I will advance into this building, and they will advance into this building. So that's all when it comes to the German advance phase. We have no close combat at all. So this concludes turn 2. We are going into turn 3. Okay, so time for rally phase. Anyone's going to rally? Yes, they are. No, they are fine, and they are going to try to take this light machine gun. 1. Oh, I think 1 is alright, but let me check. Recover. Yes, this is fine. I would need to get 6 or higher to not get a weapon. Okay, they are all, I believe, alright. Yes. Now I will try to repair this light machine gun. Okay, it is fixed. And all the German other units are fine here. Yes, everyone is alright. So that's all when it comes to the rally phase. Next we have prep fire phase. Okay, who's going to prep fire? I believe Americans. I will try to prep fire here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 14 plus 3 and minus 2. So it's 14, so it's column 12 and plus 1. Okay, this is 6. 6 in the column of 12, it is 2 MC. Okay, so who is here? Commander. So let's first make a roll for the commander. He 11, so he failed. Good. And now for his men. 9. Oh hell! So they are all broken. Okay, that was pretty good shot for Americans. Impressive, I would say. And who's going to prep fire next? Well, them. I have this light machine gun and them, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still too much for the range, so they would have to use their extended firepower, so it would be 3 and 3, 3.5 and 3, so it would be 6 and plus 3. Very hard, but I will try, it won't hurt to try. 8, no, this is a miss. Okay, that's all for the American prep fire phase. Yes, that's all. Okay, I need to move, because so far I control 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings, and to win I need to control 6 of them, and still maybe even more if Germans will start to retreat. So I need to move onwards, and what I'm going to do, I will start here. This unit moves 1, 2, and now any German units wants to fire on it? I believe no. So it moves 3, and now this squad is firing onto them. It is 5, so it's a column of 4, minus 2. It is 12. Okay, so they missed. That's good to know. And first fire, residual fire, and they move 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now this German unit fires at them again with the fire. Sorry, no. I will fire with them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they will fire with 2 and minus 2. I would rather keep this unit in case any of them will move. So they are firing with 2, minus 2, and they rolled 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 in the column of 2 is normal morale check, so Americans have to undergo a morale check. They get 8, so they are broken. Okay, so Germans made it finally, since it was dangerously close, and I need to place a residual fire of 1. Okay, more Americans are coming, and I believe they are going to, or no, maybe them. 1, 2, 3, and now they are firing again, so it is 2 minus 2. Let's see if they will make it. Okay, that's a very bad roll. Again 12. Oh hell, so this is glad they don't have any weapons, because they would surely break them. So that's all, and now they are moving. When? If they will move here, they will be fired by these Germans. If they will move here, they will have to undergo this residual fire. So they will take this risk and move onto this hex, and now they have to undergo a residual fire of 1 minus 2. It is 7 minus 2. It is 7 minus 2. It is 5. 5 in the column of 1 is spin test check, so they have to undergo spin test check. They got 6, so they made it, and that's where they are stopping. They don't make any more moves. And who's going to move next? Now them. They are moving here, and now these Germans can see them, so they are firing onto them. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they want to stop them as soon as possible. So they are firing with 2 minus 2 again. It is 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 in the column of 2 is spin test check. So let's make a roll. It is 2. So they are fine. So they get prep fire, and they get first fire, and here we have 1. Okay, so they can continue their movement, and they are moving here, so they are safe, and now they are moving here, and these Germans are firing at them again. They now have the firepower of 5, but it's halved due to the subsequent fire, so they are firing with 2 minus 2 again. Alright, and this is 6. This is 6 with commander, so this is not a covering, Normally it would be a covering. So it's 6 minus 2, so it's 4. In the column of 2 it is 1 MC for Americans. Okay. Oh, Americans are extremely lucky. This is 3, so they made it. I cannot place this dice tray anywhere where you can see all the rolls, because all the board is covered with units. And I'm doing my best so you can see everything, but it's pretty hard. Okay, so here I have to place one more residual fire of 1, and this concludes movement of this unit. Oh, and they have their final fire. Okay, and now these Americans. First, this commander. He moves like this. 1, 2, and now undergo residual fire. It is 9, so he's safe. 3, 4, and now another residual fire. It is 8 in the column of 1 minus 2, so it's 6. He's fine. Okay, so he's not to be afraid about residual fire. That's good for him. And now I have one more unit to go. They are moving with their commander, and so they will have 6, and I will give them double time, so they have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what they are going to do. Okay, so that's all for for American movement phase. I can remove all the residual fires. There was a lot of them in this phase. Okay, so next we have German defensive fire phase. Okay, they can still try with their final protective fire, and they will do it. They were firing with 4. Sorry, no, they cannot. They cannot do final protective fire in the defensive fire phase. They can do it only in the movement phase. So I forgot about it. So no, they cannot fire anymore. They same to them and them. So all the German units are out of fire for now. So next we have advancing fire phase for Americans. I will start here. I have 5. 5, it is doubled because I'm firing on the adjacent hex, so I have 10, so it's column of 8, minus 1 and plus 3, so it's 8 plus 2, it is 6, plus 2 is 8, so it's a normal morale check for Germans, and I got 10, hell! Looks like Americans are doing very well, so these Germans are disorganized. Americans get this prep fire. I don't have advancing fire counter. I know there were such counters, but I think they were printed by some third party. They weren't added to any of the official advanced squad leader sets. So now here I have 4, and this squad is disorganized, so I can only fire with them. They have 3, and so they have 5. Just like all the units with assault fire ability and 7 firepower, and they are firing here with 10, plus 3 because of the stone building. Okay, 9, so this is a miss. And that's all when it comes to the advancing fire. No more advancing fire for me. And next we have road phase, and now Germans have to make the road, and first them. They are routing here, and them. Well, they are routing here, and here they are they have to undergo interdiction check. So let's make. Okay, they were unlucky. It's 11, so they have to suffer quantity reduction. I need to turn them into half squad, and now they are moving here, so they are safe. But again, the Germans lost control over 2 buildings. Now this squad, okay, it is not in a very good situation as well. I need to move them here, but well, if I will move them there, they will be in the... no. I think they are fine, so they are moving here and there onto this hex, hoping that this commander will rally them. Okay, so next we have advance phase. These Americans are advancing here, they are advancing there, they are moving here. Okay, That's all for the advance phase. We have no close combat in this turn. So, right, we are moving into the German actions. Okay, we are starting with rally phase, and this commander tries to rally this broken American squad. Oh, pretty good. It was 4. That wasn't easy roll, but we made it. So they are reorganized. That's good. And now for Germans. First, this commander tries to reorganize this squad. 10. He failed. And they have to keep this Desperation Morale marker because they are adjacent to the enemy unit. And now here, I have only unit. Do I have a commander? Yes, I have a commander, so he can try to rally himself first. And he failed. So he cannot rally his broken unit. I can rally it by its own because it is German's part of the turn, so they can try to rally one unit all by itself. Again, it is a failure, so these units have to keep their Desperation Morale because of being adjacent to the enemy units. Okay, that's all for the rally, I believe. Do I pick up this gun? Yes, I did it. So next we have Prep Fire. The Germans need to stop them, so they are firing here with firepower of 4. But not with such rolls. It is 10, so it is pathetic. Okay, and now they are trying to stop these Americans. They have 5. Oh, they have this demolition charge, so they might try to use it. Now the question is if it won't be too risky, because they have 7 firepower, and I would have to enter this hex, so I would be under their tripled firepower. No, this is definitely too dangerous, and this is one of my last units that are alright, so no, I will just fire with their own firepower, which is 5, so it will be 10, and I hope this will be enough. So I'm using a column of 8 without any and plus 3 because of the stone building, and this is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. This is a miss. Hell. Germans are extremely unlucky. Okay, that's all for the German prep fire. Next we have German movement phase. And I cannot actually move any of my Germans. They are under prep fire and they are disorganized, so no much time to shine for Germans this time. All they can do is to stay and hope that Americans won't hurt them too much. But that's what Americans are going to do now. They are firing here with 6 plus 3 minus 1. So it's 6 plus 2. Okay, that was good roll. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 in the columns of 6 is this 1 MC. Okay, so German commander 6, he made it. Now his men 6, they made it. And now this broken unit 8. They are already reduced, so they are eliminated. Okay, that's bad. These Americans are marked with first final fire. They are going to fire onto them as well. So they have 14 plus 3. So it's a column of 12 and plus 3. And 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 in the column of 12 is 1 MC. Okay, another hard roll. Commander, he made it. His men, sorry, one more time. Oh, they failed. So they are broken. Okay, I think that the Germans, this game is getting is coming to close very soon. Sorry, not a first fire, but defensive fire. And now them. They are the only German unit which is alright now, but I'm firing with 6, minus 1 because of the commander, plus 1 because of the CX, and plus 3 because of the stone building. So it's 6 plus 3. Okay, this is a miss. So that's all for the American defensive fire. I cannot fire anymore because they don't have any Germans in range. Next we have advancing fire phase for Germans. No, not much of advancing fire phase for Germans. And next we have road phase. So they are routing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they are doing the same. They are retreating here. Okay, that's all for the German road phase. Next we have advance phase. Not much of the advance phase for Germans. And next we have close combat. No close combat at all. Okay, we are in the turn 4, and well, Germans are in the deepest trouble because Americans are pretty close to control most of these buildings. There are no Germans to stop them for now. I need to get some of these German units to be back to normal, otherwise Americans will be able to call it a day. So, starting with rally phase, I will try to rally this unit. I got 9, and oh hell, I forgot that they still have this desperation morale because they were on the adjacent hex to the enemy, so no, they remain broken. At last they might remove this desperation morale, but this might be too late for them. And now here, first I have this commander to rally himself. 6 plus 10 plus 4 and plus 1, sorry, minus 1 because of the building, so 9, yes, he's alright. So he rallied himself, and now he might try to rally this broken unit. Okay, that's where the luck ends. He failed, because they still had this plus 4 desperation morale. Well, at last, he's alright. Not something that it would really give me a lot of chance to win this game now, but, well, better than nothing. Okay, prep fire phase. Who is going to prep fire? I don't think that actually anyone is going to prep fire. Americans have to advance. If they want to control these buildings, they need to hurry. Of course, this is just a turn 4, but well. And they are not going to fire because they still have this nasty double time marker. Okay, so I need to move with my Americans, so no prep fire, just the movement phase. Now, they are moving 1, 2, and cannot they fire on them? No, they cannot because they are broken. And I will, sorry, I should state it before. I will giving them double time, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are here, and because of that, all these German units that are broken, they gain desperation morale marker. No good, no good. And now I don't have much use of them for now, so I can move them as well. So I will move 2 squads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because they are moving with the commander. That's where they're going to move. This squad moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And now these Germans are firing on him. They have 4 minus 2. sorry, but that just you can see. I don't know if these guys are really hating Germans or so, but well, you can tell by your own eyes that Germans are missing completely. So that's all for them. They are not moving any further, so they cannot fire anymore on them. But they are moving. We can remove this counter exhausted, and 1, 2. And now these Germans are trying their luck again. They are firing with 4 minus 2. Hope this will be better. Not much. It is 7 minus 2. It's 5 in the column of 4. It is 1 MC. Okay, maybe. American commander, he made it. And his men, they made it. Okay, so Americans are alright. We can give them a residual fire of 2. And Germans are just crying. Okay, and now this squad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here our Germans will try their final protective fire. This will be their shot, and this roll will be also their morale check. 7 and 4, it is 9. Fuck. Sorry, I shouldn't curse, but I should rather say something bad in German, like Donnerwetter or Scheiße, because they failed to hit Americans and they disorganized themselves. Okay, so that's all for American movement. well, I still have this unit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so that's all for American movement, and I think this is when moment where I can call it a day for this scenario. You can see all German units are broken. Americans are controlling all the board. These Germans will be soon eliminated because they don't have to retreat anywhere. These guys will be forced to retreat out of the board or something, but they are not. They are still disorganized. Same for them. So I think this is enough. This battle is definitely lost for Germans. This was extremely lucky for Americans. I don't have to. I don't remember the last of my Advanced Squad Leader play when the die rolls were so good for one side and so bad for the other side. This is pretty unique and interesting play. Because I remember playing this scenario before, since I note each of my Advanced Squad Leader plays in my copybook, so I can tell how many times I played each scenarios, and I checked this scenario before recording this video. So I played this scenario 4 times, and Americans actually won only once. So this is this is my fifth play in this scenario, and this is just the second victory of Americans, but this time it is overwhelming victory. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.